Hi guys, I guess I got to keep the videos coming if I'm actually going to get anyone to watch them, so here we go again. I'm a bit sick at the moment, so sorry if I'm a bit snotty and gross. It's a bit of a busy time right now because I got midterm tests and had a big one today, but I think I went pretty good. Um, so something I want to talk about today, just because it's a bit of a hobby of mine, is bizarre food. Um, and I love being in Japan because there's a lot of really interesting things to eat. You know, not all of it's really freaky, just good food. But if I get the chance to eat something really strange, I tend to jump at it. So, for example, some of the things I've eaten is raw horse basashi. It's called, um, and that was quite tasty actually. First time I had it was in Kyoto, um, and it wasn't so good. I think it was just a bad place. That the meat was slightly frozen, um, and it was pretty average. But the second time I had it was in Kumamoto Prefecture in Kyushu, which is famous for its basashi, and it was really good. Um, a lot of people who I told I ate this squirmed a bit and couldn't believe it, but for the sake of new experiences, I will pretty much eat anything. Um, Incidentally, I also ate frog that time, which is not really a Japanese thing, but they had it on the menu, so I've had some grilled frog's legs, which were pretty tasty as well. A bit like chicken, really. Um, this one's a bit of a controversial one, especially in Australia, where I'm from, but I have tried whale. Um, Not much. I just had a tiny bit at a sushi restaurant where they had what's called whale bacon, kuchira bacon, um, and it's just like these little thin slices of whale, I guess, a blubber, I think it was. Um, but I was just really curious to try it just once. So I don't think eating whale is something I'm going to take up as a common thing. I didn't actually think it was particularly nice. It was really really fatty and greasy, and the texture was interesting, kind of crunchy texture, but not too crunchy. But I didn't rate it. Um, so yeah, done whale. Probably the most interesting thing I've had to date, I think, in my opinion, was suppon, which is soft-shelled turtle. And I went to a restaurant and had a full suppon course with some friends. And basically, it started off with these little shot glasses of turtle blood mixed with sake. So we had little shots of just the blood and booze. Not too bad. Pretty much just tasted like alcohol. Then there was some little entree of some other fish. But then the the next part of the course was actually suppon sashimi, so raw turtle. Um, and on the plate there was like sliced liver and sliced muscle, all raw, and also just on each side of the plate there was the heart and the kidney, just one kidney, and they were tiny, like they were like this big. The turtle is probably when it's alive about this big, but yeah, so little heart, little kidney, about the same size, raw again. My friends didn't want those. I ate both of those. um, and that wasn't too bad. The heart and the kidney didn't actually taste of much, but the liver and muscle was quite nice. Um, but the really creepy thing was on the plate was as garnish was the turtle's head, just sitting there on top of a little pile of like sliced onion. And because they just killed the turtle, the head, while we were eating this, it's the sashimi, the head's mouth was still randomly opening and closing, which was quite quite unnerving. While they're eating its body, it's still opening its mouth. Um, and then the next course was nabe, which is stew, a type of stew. You know, bits of tofu and cabbage and sprouts and um, hunks of the turtle's leg and neck, still with bones and skin and everything sticking out. That was cooked, and also the turtle shell was floating in the nabe. Oh, a pretty gruesome meal, I have to say. But the cooked turtle meat wasn't bad either. Really fatty, a bit too fatty, but kind of like dark, a bit like maybe duck meat. It's hard to describe. It's turtle. Try it if you dare. Um, so yeah, that was probably the most interesting food experience I've had to date. Um, I don't. What else have I tried that's particularly weird since I got here? Um, that's probably the most interesting stuff. I mean, I've eaten lots of nice, interesting food, but that's the freaky stuff. Um, so I'd be interested to hear if anyone else has similar interests as me to eat bizarre things and what the weirdest things they've eaten would be. So if anyone watches this, please let me know. I'd love to hear it. And, you know, if you've got any recommendations, that too. I'm always on the lookout for new bizarre things to eat. Doesn't always have to be weird animals. I'm not a complete carnivore. It just, the most interesting things tend to be strange animals, I find. Yeah, let me know. So until next time.